Okay, class 11. Now we are starting here chapter number 4, and the name of the chapter is iterative and control structure or statements, you can say. So here is the first definition. What do you mean by control structure or control statements? So these are the kind of structure or statement which is used to control flow of execution in any program. A program is a set of some instructions or statements, you can say. So how the data is flowing in any program, we have some restrictions, we have some controlling statements which are divided into three categories. First is decision making, second one is iteration statement, and third one is jump statements. Decision making, where we have to compare or we have to give the condition or check the condition. If the condition is true, then the block of statement would be executed, otherwise it would not be executed and depend on the logic we have created there. So basically there is a one decision. We are not repeating the statements again and again, only one time we have to check either true or false. So we have categorized this decision making statements into four categories here: if else, if and nested if. These all are the keywords or the reserve words which we have to use as it is in the lowercase letters. Now the next one is iteration statement, or sometimes we also known as loops. Here when we check the statement or when we check the condition here again and again, if the condition is true, then it would be repeated statements till the time condition is true, only exiting from the loop when the condition are to be false. So here are two kinds of loops here: while loop and for loop. While loop is the entry control loop, and for loop generally we are using for the traversing or for the iterative statements. Now the next one is jump statements, which are two. First is break and the second one is continue. Break statements are used to exit from the loop or terminate the loop, and the second one is continue, which takes the control back to the initial of the loop, that is known as continue. These both are the keywords which are used as it is. Also we don't have any statements further after these break and continue statements. Here are some key points also which are including in control structures. First one is algorithm. Algorithm is what? That is step by step process or step by step procedures where you have to mention all the steps of the program we have created. Let's suppose we are taking here example of addition of two numbers. So first step you would mention here enter the first number, in the second step you would mention there enter the second number, and in the third step you can mention here addition of first and second number, and the fourth step print or display the resultant of the addition of first and second number. Like in this way you can create here four steps for the algorithm to add two numbers or to multiply two numbers, whatever operation we are applying in the program. Now the next one is flowchart. Flowchart is a symbolic representation of any program or any problem. It is very easy and attractive method to explain any problem or program. Here we are using some kinds of symbols here or shapes here. So for example, here is a diagram, or you can say the flow chart for the if statement. Here we are generally discussing only the shapes here. First, this round corner rectangle shape is used to start the program and end for the program. Now the next one is diamond symbol, we are using to checking the condition here. Now the next one, these arrows we are using to show the flow of data or control in any program here. Now the labeling we are required to mention here, if the condition is true then this way will be processed, or if the condition is false then you can move to the end process. This rectangular or square shaped symbol denotes here statement, or you can say the block of statements. You can mention here either one statement or multiple statements together. So these are the symbols we are using here. Here is one more symbol that is known as a, this symbol for appending. If you have less space in your notebook, so we can connect our flow chart to the next page, how can we connect? That is known as a connector. So we can connect with the A shape symbol in the circle or oval, you can say. This is used for the appending the flow chart here. So we have discussed some points here, some definitions here. Now we will continue with the decision making statements in the next video.